Hey guys, today a little news video. We got a leak, or kind of leak, for World of Warcraft Classic. It's nothing more than a 4chan post, so don't give it too much credit. But you never know at the end of the day. I mean, if there is a Classic Plus coming, there are definitely already people working on it. And if there are, I don't know how many persons working on it, why it should be not possible that there is a leak is always possible. And we already have rumors about Classic Plus a long time. So is it possible that we see a Classic Plus? Definitely. Is it 100% sure that this post is facts? I don't know. I would not give it too much credit, but it's interesting because, like I said, first let us read over it. I hope this is big enough. Yeah, should be big enough for you. First Classic Plus expansion, 49 bucks or 50 bucks. That's decent, but it's also showing that now Blizzard wants to earn money again, and not only with the subscription like in the past with all the Classic. I think that's a smart move. Why? Because the people will pay it. It's pretty easy. I hope that with this is minimum included 1 month. That would be okay then. The people will pay it, so it is financially a very good move from Blizzard to put this 50 bucks price on it. Nobody, the typical World of Warcraft player is definitely older than 25, maybe even around 30. So these people usually have that money to invest into a game. So you are not trying to get here money from 12-year-old kids. It's usually from grown-up people. I think 50 bucks is fine, not like the modern prices with 70 or even more. But we will see if there will be premium versions or whatever. The whole idea is what if the Dark Portal didn't open after vanilla. Very interesting, because Classic Plus always was the question what it will be. What makes Classic Plus Classic Plus? What keeps it Classic? What makes it Plus? So very interesting topic in my opinion. I think that's a smart decision if they go that way. Yeah, the next point, Chris Metzen is the main head behind the project. That's that sounds pretty true. If there is a Classic Plus in the development, and it's that makes a lot of sense. Next point, will reuse assets from Burning Crusade, Wrath, Cataclysm to maintain the visual aspect of the Classic era. Makes a lot of sense as well. People like the graphic. The game should be playable for millions, so you cannot give the game a very good graphic. Also, the game should not look newer or more fancy than retail, because it is Classic, and I know from a lot of people that they especially enjoy the look and feel of Classic. Then next thing is new models will look like the reawakened Facehunter mount. So just a little bit more modern, nothing special. Next point, very interesting, level cap is 70. I think the 60 is kind of an epic number, so I dislike that point if that is true. But it makes also sense. Why? Because if the game is getting further developed but without add-ons, then I'm not sure if 60 is enough based on talent points, and for sure also on pure character strength, because you would have to put all the additional strength into items, which would be possible, but then you could also say that maybe the items are too important and the character too less. But you could also make it different, like you get maybe every 5 for every 10 levels an additional talent point, so I guess there would be a workaround. I would like 60 a little bit more, but I can understand that there would be a new level cap, and I hope it would be not something like 65, 75, a rounded up number. Next point, without new continents, Hyjal and Emerald Dream will be new zones. That makes a lot of sense. They are already integrated. I guess we will see their raids or a zone. Both make sense. Also, I guess the Deadwing Pass with Karasan we would see. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so sounds pretty good if that is true. Everything what we say is like if that is true, so you know. Next point, the idea is to finish the various vanilla questline that were lost in time with the arrival of Burning Crusade. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Naxxramas already gave that Scorch feeling, so I could also think about a kind of Lich King coming in Classic Plus without the Burning Crusade Draenei space thing, to be honest. Definitely very interesting. Next point, High Elves and Ogres are the new races respectively for the Alliance and Horde. Good, I like it, but I have to say that something that I like about some private server is the better choices, or the more choice of the more options of races you have. Because for me, races are not changing the game in a bad way. In Classic, we have Orc with the PvP, the hardiness, totally crazy. Humans for raiding because of the sword skill. We have some things that are a little bit too OP. I would like them more scaled down so that everybody can really play that race that he likes. At the end of the day, sure, it should fit a little bit. Not every race should have every class. That's for sure as well. But yeah, I would appreciate, in general, more races for Classic, and a Classic Plus would be a very nice chance to bring that into the game. And then the first raid tier will be against Scorch. So that means the first raid tier after Classic, after Naxxramas, or the first raid tier in general. That means no Onyxia, no Molten Core, no whatever. I would not like that. I would like to see the old things back, because they're also kind of interesting and pretty classic. I think Onyxia, Molten Core, BWL, Ankirai and Naxxramas, they are kind of defining Classic and a Classic feeling. Also how easy it starts, but still has some, you know, like the Pref from Onyxia, the Whelps, this is iconic. Things like this, Ragnaros, kind of iconic. Sure, a pretty easy fight nowadays, but iconic fights. And I think especially when Classic Plus is getting more content than Classic has right now, I think it should be not a bad thing that the first things should be a little bit more easy. If it's directly starting with the Scorch, then it's a question where it leads to. Maybe then the Lich King things. And then last thing, Cataclysm Classic will happen after Wrath. Yeah, it's pretty understandable. Super easy way for Blizzard to keep things rolling. Super easy way to make money. Even if, I just say now numbers that are not numbers like true, but think about if 3 million people like Wrath of the Lich King Classic, but only 2 million people like Cataclysm, that's a loss of people. But it's so easy for Blizzard to maintain those servers that why should they not just continue, even if they lose 30% or even if they lose 50% of the player base. If this 50% still like Cataclysm, why not giving them what they want? It's always a little bit like you want to take it from them if they like it. If it's not continuing, it's fine for me. If it's continuing, fine for me as well. And then last sentence, you can consider me a LARPer. See you on November 3rd. Yeah, let's see how things are going. This this post is like 5 days old, as you can see. There's the 15th of September, last Friday. Like I said, don't give it too much credit at all, but I think if we, and here you see a little screen art or whatever, looks a little bit cheap, but like I said, I don't want to give it too much attention. Most of the things here make sense, but that could also say a person that just overthinks how Classic Plus could look. But if most of the things here make sense. I'm wondering a little bit about High Elves and Ogres. I thought they go more an easy way, like Blood Elves and something that is already in retail in the Alliance. That would be nice, Ogres and High Elves, to be honest. So let's see. I'm definitely excited. I guess we will... I'm not sure if we will get a definitive answer on this year in the BlizzCon, but I see high chances that we know after this year if we get a Classic Plus or not, and if we get it, then that would be awesome. That's it for today, guys. See you. Bye bye.